Stitch 16 and stitch 17 on the Pfaff Quilt Expression 4.2 sewing machine are blind hems. Now, even if you don't have to use this a lot, it is super easy if you ever have to do it. Sure beats doing it by hand, hands down. All right, so stitch 16 recommends that we use the blind hem foot, also known as our overcasting foot or overlock foot. I use it for top stitching too. So this is a very multi-purpose foot, and I'm so glad it comes with this machine. Now, the little red marker is adjustable, so I'm going to show you how you would adjust it based on the thickness of fabric you're actually stitching on. So next we do see the dual feed is engaged and the tension is reduced. You know why it does that? It's so after you do the stitching, it will press open nice and flat. So that is one thing that is nice about this foot and the stitch, all coordinating together. Most of the time I just leave the settings as they come up, and because everything's adjusted at the foot. Now, when you pick this stitch, let me go ahead and pick it fresh, you will notice that the needle is going to be starting on the right side, which does me actually no good whatsoever. But lower the presser foot down, and you're going to, oh, let me show you how to fold the fabric, sorry. Fold the fabric so your hem is where you want it to be, maybe press that in. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the fabric and roll it back. You need a little something here to stitch on, and then it's going to jump into this fold. You want the smallest amount of bite, and that's what we're going to adjust next. So when you come in here, remember that needle that's on the wrong side? Take one stitch and bring the needle so it's hovering over the fold. Lower the needle down into near your fabric and see if you need to adjust the guide left or right to align this so the needle will catch just the smallest amount of the fold. Now the first couple times that might take a little practice, but trust me. Okay, so I took a stitch and it didn't catch it enough. So I'm going to lift up the presser foot. I'm going to bring my little marker, that's here, I'm going the wrong way. Bring the marker to the right, so then my fold is in just a little bit. There we go. Oh, now I might have gotten too much. That's why you have to adjust it. So when you get it set, and I'm going to do there, we can find that happy medium. There we go. Let's try that one. Okay, so what we're looking for is some consistency with this. And let's see how I did after I got it set a little bit. So the first stitch that I did didn't catch it all, so it jumped over and missed the fold. The second stitch went a little far, and then I got it a little bit closer. Ah, yes. So what I'm looking for is some consistency as I got towards the end. And remember that tension that was loosened? That makes these like lay flat. It's almost like a hinge is able to fully lay down when you press it open. And of course you'd use matching thread, so then everything will look just fine, even if you've got some small stitches and some large stitches. But the closer you can get that set, when you start, the easier the blind hem will sew.